Over 1035, time now for the Celeb Savant, Barret Edelstein. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me. And as you call it, we're in the studio.
The studio.
Yes.
I didn't know, this is how much my head has been in the sand, that Ed, I'm talking about Ed Sheeran, had a cousin in the music business. Really?
Yes, absolutely. So his name is Jethro. He's got sort of a stage name, in inverted commas, Alonestar Sheeran. Now, he does rap, hip-hop, that kind of music. He's done a couple of collaborations with Ed. Now, Ed's dad and Jethro's dad are brothers. And throwing the name there, another WhatsApp friend of mine, Jethro. So I remember specifically, I was listening to my Spotify new releases list at that time. And he had remixed, he's collaborated with lots of artists, and he remixed a Macy Gray track. And I was thinking to myself, I'm going to interview both of them. And I reached out to him, and he responded within a few days' time. I've interviewed him now twice, done an Instagram live with him, and I did get Macy Gray, but that's for an episode at a later stage. But
wow.
Yeah, so we were talking about being in boxes. You know, we've discussed this before in the show or in the slot about societal boxes and societal labels and moving out of those or projecting out of those. Let's listen to the clip so we can hear what he's saying.
All right, this is Jethro Sheeran.
I think the listener appreciates honesty in your music. And if they can find that honesty and you're not just kind of talking, you know, especially being a white rapper, people just think you're talking about bling bling, you know, Benz and girls and parties and stuff. That's not me at all, because that's my Bristol upbringing with Massive Attack. You know, they're very conscious. I listen to a lot of reggae as well, which is very conscious. Obviously, a great artist, Sugar Man. That documentary really touched home because I love Bob Dylan and things like that. You know, I'm into so many different styles of music. Like my own production is kind of operatic and classical music mixed with 80s and like 90 samples and strings and like cinematic and film score type vibes mixed with all sorts of stuff.
Wow. And as he says, when you think rapper, it's Benz and girls and bling bling. And then he pulls out all of the Bristol type bands, and he talks about cinema music and classical music. He's clearly trying to break the mold here and stand out for himself, right?
Exactly, because again, as you said, when you think rapper, you've got this image, you've got this equation, you've got it, it must be about this, it's all about that. But again, it's about being authentic and being in your own skin and recognizing that and then pushing that through, and then that will be recognized.
Wow. I'm intrigued to hear the conversation further. I see here you mentioned that he worked with Macy Gray. Come on, you've got to get them both on your show. You've got to get both of them at the same time. That would be a treat.
Well, it was quite interesting because he asked me to reconnect him with Macy Gray because they had lost contact. And I thought, well, I don't know if it'll happen. And then I managed to connect them again, and now they're collaborating on songs, and now they hang out and they're friends. And I was the help behind that. So it's a bit weird in my brain because I think this dude in South Africa is helping Ed Sheeran's cousin connect with Macy in the UK when he was also living in Denmark, connect with Macy Gray in America. And now they reconnected and collaborating. So it's like, hashtag,
it's crazy.
Maybe there's something there.
Yeah, there is. I mean, he's also worked, you know, he talks about breaking out of the box and not being stereotyped because he's a rapper. But he has worked with some big names, Chris Brown, Young Thug, Snoop Dogg, Macy Gray. He's also worked with 50 Cent and DMX. So he's clearly a big name.
Exactly. And his latest collaboration coming out shortly is with Eminem.
Wow, there you go. Say no more. Barret gets them all on the show. I love this. Let's go and have a listen to the full podcast at nova.com.na under the blog section. His name is Jethro Alonestar Sheeran. And if you haven't heard of him, go point your browser to our website, nova.com.na, under the blog section to hear the full podcast. Barret, where can we find you?
The socials, platforms, and Spotify and Google Podcasts, etc., at Celeb, that's C-E-L-E-B, Savant, S-A-V-A-N-T, Celeb Savant.
Nice one, brother. Let's chat next week. Thanks for your time.